3 years ago, I made a mistake that today, unfortunately, I'm seeing the consequences of. And I'd like to talk to you about this so that we all learn from it, both dentists and patients. 3 years ago, we saw a patient who is actually a friend of mine. We get along very well, and because of that, I made the mistake of trusting her with things I probably shouldn't have said at that moment. It turns out she was accumulating a lot of tartar. Every day she told me she'd brushed her teeth well, used dental floss, and even so, she'd come in with a lot of tartar. Even once after we cleaned her teeth, let's say in January, and in March she'd come back and say, I just can't stand the tartar anymore. I had so much. So I made the following mistake. I told her, look, on Amazon, they sell devices similar to the ones we dentists use to remove tartar. And what I recommend is that you buy it and at home very carefully remove that tartar yourself so you don't have to keep coming in every 2 months, every month and a half to have the tartar removed by us. Of course, that has nothing to do with you still coming for your checkups every 6 months and having us do a more professional cleaning, but this way you won't arrive with so much tartar and you won't have that bad breath every single day, right? What's wrong with that advice? It seems like good advice. However, there's something I didn't take into account. She obviously cleaned her teeth every day like that and stopped coming for 3 years. Why? Because she said, I don't have tartar anymore. I'm all set. I don't have that urgency to go to the dentist. So, well, she stopped going. And so now she comes in after 3 years. We do our follow up scan, and guess what? She has a huge cavity between these two teeth right here that, unfortunately, we would have been able to detect if she had come for her cleanings every 6 months. However, she didn't come because she didn't have tartar anymore. And this leaves us with the following conclusion. One thing is going to the dentist to have the tartar removed, which is literally the dental cleaning. But another very important thing is for the dentist to examine you every time they see you. What do they have to check? They have to check your soft tissues. They have to palpate to see if there's any swelling growing, like a tumor or a cyst, which is extremely important to detect, especially in time. They have to take x-rays, specifically they're called bite wing periapicals, to be able to see how it is between the teeth to see if there isn't a cavity that's forming. Sometimes it's very obvious, but sometimes it's not. Therefore, seeing with an x-ray is very important. When do I recommend it? At least every year, but if there's a significant cavity problem, every 6 months until we have the cavities well under control. We have to check the bite, see that the patient is biting correctly, that they're not fracturing their teeth, that there isn't an incorrect bite that later causes joint problems. We have to check the airway to see if the patient isn't choking during the night, snoring, and many other things that have to be done during a dental cleaning. Therefore, friends, it's very important for you to know that you don't go to the dentist just to have the tartar cleaned, you go to be examined by a professional. If this video makes sense to you, follow me, and I'll see you in the next one.